Hello, my dears. I am a teacher of English, Absemetova Гаухар Сериккызы, Almaty College of Technology and Forestry. Course 1, Unit 2, Lesson 64, Direct Speech and Indirect Speech. The aims of the lesson: educational, to teach, transmit the thoughts and speech of other people orally and in writing. Developing, to develop students' speaking skills on the topic. Bringing up, to educate a desire to communicate in English. If you are ready, let's start our lesson. Direct speech. When we want to describe what someone said, one option is to use direct speech. We use direct speech when we simply repeat what someone says, putting the phrase between speech marks. Paul came in and said, "I am really hungry." Indirect speech. When we want to report what someone said without speech marks and without necessarily using exactly the same words, we can use indirect speech, also called reported speech. For example, direct speech: "We are quite cold in here." Indirect speech: "They say that they are cold." We often use the word that in reported speech. For example, he told me that he lived in Greenwich. However, that is optional. He told me he lived in Greenwich. That is never used in questions. In indirect speech, the rules are followed. Personal and the passive pronouns are replaced by the meaning. Direct speech: "John said I am coming." Indirect speech: "John said that he was coming." The pronoun I is replaced to he. Also, when the reporting verb is in the past, the verb tenses change as follows. Present simple changes in the past simple. "I can't remember your name," she said. She said she couldn't remember my name. Present continuous changes in the past continuous. "She is speaking to Fred," he said. He said she was speaking to Fred. Present perfect changes in the past perfect. "I've bought you some flowers," he said. He said he had bought me some flowers. Past simple changes in the past perfect. "We missed the bus," they said. They said that they had missed the bus. Future simple changes in the future in the past. "I'll meet you later," he said. He said he would meet me later. The forms of modal verbs in direct speech in the past tense change in indirect speech as follows. Will in the past would. She said, "I'll teach English online tomorrow." She said she would teach English online tomorrow. Can in the past could. She said, "I can teach English online." She said she could teach English online. Must in the past had to. She said, "I must have a computer to teach English online." She said she had to have a computer to teach English online. Shall in the past should. She said, "What shall we learn today?" She asked what we should learn today. May in the past might. She said, "May I open a new browser?" She asked if she might open a new browser. Demonstrative pronouns and adverbs of time and place in direct speech are stated in other words. Today, that day, now, then, this, that, here, there, ago, before, or previously, tomorrow, the next, or the following day, yesterday, the day before, the previous day, last week, the week before, last night, the night before, the previous night, next week, the next, the following week, this morning, that morning. For example, "I went to the theater last night." He said he had gone to the theater the night before. "I'm staying here until next week." He said he was staying there until the following week. Now here, I'll explain you how do the imperatives form in indirect speech. Positive imperative, tell plus infinitive. Shut up. He told me to shut up. Negative imperative, tell plus not plus infinitive. Don't do that again. He told me not to do it again. Imperatives as regists. Ask plus infinitive. Please give me some money. He asked me to give him some money. In questions, we often use if. Transformation process. Put the subject before the verb. Change the pronoun you to I. Join the clauses using if. Adjust the second verb to the time frame of the first verb. My friend said, "Are you coming?" My friend asked if I was coming. Reporting verbs. Said, told, and asked are the most common verbs used in indirect speech. We use asked to report questions. I asked Lynn what time the lesson started. We use told with an object. Lynn told me she felt tired. We usually use said without an object. Lynn said she was going to teach online. If said is used with an object, we must include to. Lynn said to me that she had never been to China. If everything is clear to you, and finally, I want to give you some tasks. Task 1. Put in the correct pronouns into the sentences in reported speech. For example, Jakob, I work in an office. Jakob told me that he worked in an office. Task 2. Complete the sentences in reported speech. Note whether the sentence is a regist, a statement, or a question. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye.